Welcome back to Superstarglam. Today's look is a fun St. Patrick's Day look, and all I did was incorporated a different tones of green, and then I paired it with a taupey lip. So if you're interested to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I'm starting off with the Metal Matte palette, and I'm taking this shade, which is Bone from the Kat Von D palette, and I'm going to set. I've already primed my eyes, and I'm just setting that with that neutral shade. Now I'm taking this BH brush and then this Viseart palette. I'm taking that lighter, like army green. These don't have names on it, so I'm basically just using different shades of green for this look. And I'm concentrating that all over the crease area. Now I'm taking this detailed brush. It's fluffy, but it's a little bit smaller, and I'm taking this shade from the palette. It's called Moss, and it's a matte green, darker green, and I'm concentrating most of the product in the outside corner, and then slowly working it into the inner corner. Going back into that Viseart palette and that lighter green, I'm taking this brush from Sigma. It's the E25. It's just a blending brush, and all I'm doing is just blending out any harsh line. Now taking this fluffier brush from Morphe, all I'm doing is just buffing out. It's a clean brush, and I'm just buffing out any edges. I'm taking this. It's a cream base from Sigma, and I'll put what the name of this pigment is called, but it's kind of like a smoky black shade, and I am applying this all over my lid. So it serves two purposes: one, for the product to stick, and two, for it to be a little more vibrant. I'm applying this with a BH brush, say like flat brush, and I am slowly buffing out the edges to avoid any harsh lines using patting motions. Then I'm going to go back with that small detail brush, and then taking the shade Moss from the Kat Von D palette, I'm going to buff out the edges. I'm going to make sure that that cream product and the crease area are nicely blended out. Now taking the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic palette, I'm taking the shade Green Emerald, and I'm applying that to the lid, and I am carefully just patting on the color onto that cream base. Once again, I am going back with that same color Moss and deepening up the outer corner and then buffing out the edges. I'm definitely intensifying that outer corner. I want it to be the darkest. Then I bring the brush back into the inner corner to buff out the crease area, making sure that everything is blended out. Now I'm taking this clean makeup wipe, and I'm just cleaning out the edges. Now I'm taking the lighter shade color from the Viseart palette and using the Sigma E25. All I'm doing is just blending out those edges. Now I'm taking the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I'm taking the shade Freak. It's a green shade, a very vibrant like lime green, and I'm applying that to the inner corner. And then now I'm going to finish up the rest of my face, and I will be right back. So now I am taking a flat brush, and I'm applying the green shade Moss, and I'm intensifying the outside corner on the lower lash line and on the upper. taking a pencil brush and then the lighter like army color from the Viseart palette, and I'm running it along the lower lash line to buff out the colors. Now I'm taking this, it's an Ardency in Monster eyeliner, and it's in the shade Grass. It's like really pretty green, and I wanted to apply it to my waterline. And then taking that same Alchemist palette, I'm taking the shade Emerald Green and just kind of setting the waterline and also intensifying the lower inner corner lash line. Once again, intensifying that darker green and then just buffing out the edges. Now I'm going back into that same palette and using the same green. All I'm doing is I'm wetting the brush with Fix Plus, because look at how vibrant this color becomes once you wet it. Like, it was pretty before, but once you wet it with Fix Plus, it literally like pops, and I really like how it turned out. See how metallic it turns? I love it. Now I'm taking a little bit more of that color Freak and blending out the inner corner, and then I add a little bit of the like more yellowy color just to make it pop a little bit more, and it's called Thrash. Now I'm going in with a coat of this mascara from L'Oreal. I think it's the Feline mascara. Coating the top and the bottom lashes. Then to complete the eye look, I go in with some Ardell Wispies, the Studio Effects. I'm so in love with these lashes. I can't stop wearing them. I sprayed my face with a little bit of Fix Plus, and then right before it dries, I'm gonna go in with some highlight. Now I'm applying the Mary Lou Luminizer highlighter. I'm applying some more to the bridge of my nose and the cupid bows. So now I apply the lashes, and then I apply a little bit more highlight with that same Alchemist palette, and I dip into that green, that emerald green shade, and I add a little bit more to my face. It's very subtle, actually. I'm taking this lip liner from Huda Beauty. It's one of the lip contour kits. It's in the shade Trendsetter, and I'm going to line my lips. And to finish the look, I am going in with this Lime Crime Curly's lipstick in the shade Roswell, and it's such a pretty taupey color, and I felt like this really complemented the look. This is the completed look. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.